Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the second annual LAI Performance Showcase. We are very excited to have you all here this evening. It's hard to believe that another school year has already come to an end. I can't believe it. The students have been working very hard preparing for this evening, and they're looking forward to performing for you tonight. A friendly reminder before we get started, please turn off your cell phones or put them on silent. Any other devices, that would be great. And you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
大家好，欢迎大家来到第二度的 LAI Performance Showcase。我们学生已经用功一整年，希望可以把精彩的表演带给大家。谢谢你们，然后麻烦大家请记得把手机关掉。谢谢。
It's a funny thing about mothers and fathers that even when their own child is the most horrible little blister you could ever imagine, they still think he or she is wonderful. Some parents become so blinded by their adoration, they manage to convince themselves that their child has qualities of genius in their DNA. Well, there's nothing very wrong with all of this. Parents can't seem to help it. It's only when they start telling the rest of us about how brilliant their revolting children are that we must tell them to put an end to their nonsense. But once in a blue moon, we come across parents who are the exact opposite, who show no interest whatsoever in their children. These parents, of course, are far worse than the doting ones. Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood were two such parents. They had two sons, Michael and Matildas, otherwise known as Matt. The Wormwoods saw Matt as nothing more than a scab. A scab is something you have to put up with until the time comes when you can pick it off and flick it away. Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood couldn't wait until they could pick their little son off and flick him away, preferably into the next country, or even further than that. It's bad enough when parents treat ordinary kids as though they were scabs and bunions, but it's a lot worse when the child is extraordinary. By that, I mean sensitive and brilliant. Matildas was both these things, but above all, he was brilliant. By the time he was 3, he had taught himself to read. At age 4, he had read all the magazines, newspapers, and cookbooks lying around the house. By the time he was 5, he knew he needed to find something more interesting than a cookbook to read.
Daddy, do you think you'll buy me a book?
What do you want a stupid book for, little twit?
To read, Daddy.
Is there something wrong with the telly? We've got a lovely television, and I'm asking you for a book.
Mommy, may I go upstairs to read?
I would mind. This is dinner time. Dinner time is family time, and family time is telly time. No one can leave the table until dinner is over.
But we aren't even at the table, just sitting in front of the telly eating on our knees.
How dare you talk to your fellow like that? Now keep your nasty mouth shut so we can all watch your show in peace.
Did you just flick me?
Yeah! Did you just look at, did you see that, Harry?
Oh, stop it.
Oh, for heaven's sake, not another commercial!
Are you tired of flat, boring hairstyles?
Well, Michael, you brought out the most successful day at work.
You always do, Daddy.
That's right. The secret to my success? Rubbing alcohol.
I don't understand how alcohol helps with cell phones, Daddy.
Like to just ignore the photo. Well, I don't mind coming my here, seeing him, or going to visit with me one day. Michael, I want you to do this very carefully. It's actually very simple. I buy old phones at cheap prices and replace the batteries with a new one. Then I polish off the phones with a mixture of alcohol and water. And ta-da! The phones are as good as new.
Can you really turn an old phone to a new one just like that?
Of course you can. Every phone that comes in my hands gets the same magical treatment.
Well, that's dishonest, Daddy. It's cheating.
No one is honest. Michael, I want you to help me combine the numbers of my profits for the day. How about phone number 1? for $200. It sold for $1,400. Then I bought phone number 2 for $100. It sold for $700. Last, I bought phone number 3 for $110. It sold for $999. Michael, combine the numbers and find my profit for the day.
But that's a lot of numbers.
For smart businessmen like me are hard to find. You got that, Mike? You're lucky that you get your head this fine brain of mine.
Daddy made exactly $2,689 in total.
Don't put it. Your brother and I are business high finance.
But Dad,
You're just an ignorant squirt. As a long as I know what you're talking about.
but Dad, look at your answer. Isn't it $2,689?
You looked at my answer, you little cheater.
I'm on the other side of the room. Has a pass for me to see.
You're not only a cheater, but also a liar.
Gosh, Harry, why are you so randy? Look how weird and funny.
You're just a disgusting, stupid liar.
All night long, Matildas lay in bed. He knew it was wrong to be so angry at his parents, but he couldn't help it. He hated being called ignorant and stupid when he knew he wasn't. If only they would read a book or two. They would discover there was more to life than watching TV and cheating people. But that night, a brilliant idea dawned upon him, one that would make life in this miserable household just a little more bearable. The next morning, while his parents and brother were having breakfast, Matt tiptoed into his parents' bathroom. He found his father's favorite bottle of shampoo and dumped all of it into a sink. Then, he poured his mom's platinum hair dye into the empty shampoo bottle and put everything back in place. He then snuck into the cloakroom and carefully squeezed the tube of super glue around the rim of the hat that his dad wore every day to work. And then, he put the hat right back onto the hanger where it belonged.
Hey cheater, how's these that correlation from all the way over there today?
I'm telling you, Michael, I didn't cheat. I just added numbers up in my head.
Yeah, right. No one could have done it that fast. Even that would need 10 minutes to solve it. He's probably got a computer-sized brain.
I didn't cheat, I promise.
I'm leaving for work.
Oh my God!
What's your problem?
Your hair!
My hair? Ah! It's...
You moron! Why didn't you use my hair and I used your shampoo?
I can't go to work like this.
Really, Harry, how stupid can you get? Just put on this hat, now nobody can see your silly hair.
Mommy, may I go to the library? I promise.
I don't want to hear the L word around here. Shoot, off you go.
Hello, Mrs. Phil. Can you please recommend a book for me?
Over here, dear, follow me. Let me help you find a nice children's book with lots of pictures. How about this?
Thank you, but I read all the books in this section. I really enjoyed the BFG. Sophie is so brave.
Exactly. How old are you, Matildas?
5 years and 3 months.
What kind of book would you like to read next?
I would really want to read a good book that grown-ups read.
Try this. It is very big and very good. If it's too long for you, let me know, and I'll help you find something shorter and easier.
A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I'd love to try it.
I must be crazy. Of course you may try it.
For the next few days, Matildas walked himself to the library every afternoon after lunch. He sat in a big armchair and sank into the world of the French Revolution. Within 1 week, he finished the entire novel.
Thank you for the recommendation, Mrs. Phelps. I especially love Mr. Dickens' sense of humor. Has he written any other books?
Of course, lots of them. Here are all his novels. Matildas, do you know you can take books home from the library and bring them back when you finish? Here, let me help you.
Really? Thank you so much.
I'm home.
Did we sell some iPhone today, sweetheart?
Absolutely. Where's my dinner?
Here. Gosh, Harry, why are you still wearing that ridiculous hat? Take it off.
Right. Why on earth am I still wearing this hat? How weird.
What's the matter now?
It's not coming off.
What do you mean? Here, let me try it.
Hey, ow, stop it. It hurts.
It's got to be super good, Harry. That'll teach you a lesson to stop playing around with stuff like that.
What are you talking about? I said I did this on purpose.
I don't know, Harry. You can be pretty
Just help
silly.
me with this hat already. You ripped my hair off.
Daddy, you might want to remove the hair patches around your head. It looks like you have lice.
Keep your nasty mouth shut, will you?
Good morning, class. I hope you all brought your pencils.
Yes, Miss Honey.
Good. Today is your first day of school. Let me first tell you something about your headmaster, Mr. Trunchbull. You must always do your very best to behave in front of him. Never argue, never answer back, and always do exactly as he says. Take that grin off your face, Bruce. Do you understand my point?
Yes, Miss Honey.
Now, I hope they can learn as much as possible in my class. By the end of the year, you should be able to know how to memorize the multiplication table. Now, let's see what you already know. Does anyone know what 2 times 2 is?
4, Miss Honey.
Wonderful. How about something a little harder, like 5 times 4?
20, Miss Honey.
Excellent. Does anyone want to try something a little harder?
Yes, Miss Honey.
Who can tell me what 6 times 9 is?
54, Miss Honey.
Fantastic, everyone. Soon enough, all of you will be able to multiply big numbers, even something as big as 314 times 23 or
7,222, Miss Honey.
I beg your pardon?
I believe the answer to 314 times 23 is 7,222.
You are correct. Where did you learn how to multiply big numbers such as these? You must have wonderful parents who taught you. Was it your mother?
No, Miss Honey.
Then it must be your brilliant father.
No, I think I learned it by myself.
How did you manage to do that?
I guess I just put 314 down in my head and multiplied by 23.
Well, class, please take care of your workbooks and complete the first unit while I go speak to Mr. Trunchbull.
What are you doing, Miss Honey? Have some little stinkers been messing around in your class?
No, nothing like that, Mr. Trunchbull.
What is it then? Get on with it.
It's about Matilda's Wormwood.
Matilda's Wormwood? His father sold me an iPhone 11 Pro yesterday. Excellent person, Harry Wormwood. But he told me that his son is a wicked little twit. Nasty things little boys are. Glad I never was one.
Oh, but you must have been a little boy once, Mr. Trunchbull.
Not for long.
Headmaster, please. You're mistaken about Matilda's. He's a genius. He can multiply big numbers in his head.
I am never mistaken, Miss Honey. So what if he can memorize a few multiplication tables? That doesn't make him a genius, it makes him a parrot.
Headmaster, please. I was just hoping they would move him up a class, or maybe even 2.
Ha! I see right through your little scheme, Miss Honey. You can't deal with him, so you want to dump him into poor Miss Plimsoll's
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Oh, yes it is.
Headmaster, please.
I think I've made myself pretty clear, Jenny. Matilda's Wormwood is staying in your class whether you like it or not. Now, get out. Line up, you pack of spineless worms. Your hands are filthy. When was the last time you washed them?
I can't remember. It might have been yesterday.
Revolting. You walking germ factory. You! What's your name?
Amanda Stewart, Mr. Trunchbull.
And what are these disgusting things hanging from the side of your empty noggin?
They're pigtails, Mr. Trunchbull.
Are you a pig, Amanda?
No, Mr. Trunchbull. My mommy thinks that they are beautiful.
I don't give a hoot what your mommy thinks. Your mommy's a twig. I will see this chop off my humor, hear me?
But
don't you ever dare say butt to me. But it certainly will help clean up that mouth of yours. Anyone else? Now, let's see. Which one of you is this cook named Bruce Bogtrotter?
It's me, Mr. Trunchbull.
Would you mind sharing what you did yesterday?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you sure, Mr. Bogtrotter? Well, then let me tell everyone exactly what you did yesterday afternoon. You snuck into my office, stole my fried chicken that I got from Shilling Night Market. It was good, wasn't it, Bruce? So today, I brought you a little treat, something I'm sure you'll enjoy.
But it's too spicy and my mouth will burn.
Well, that is unfortunate, isn't it? Open your grubby mouth!
Water and milk, give me something to drink.
Don't any of you snot-nosed smelly animals dare to give him anything!
you must be Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood. My name is Jennifer Honey. I'm Matilda's teacher.
Okay, let's get this over with. I've got a nail appointment to go to.
Would Do you mind if I share a few thoughts with you about your son?
On with it.
Oh, what's the point of a parent-teacher interview?
I don't have time for this. I've got to get to the spa.
Please, it'll just be a few minutes. Matilda is truly gifted. I believe he can go to university in just a few years.
Listen, Miss Hawks. A person doesn't get anywhere by acting brainy. Just take a look at you and me. You chose books, I chose looks. And who's better off now? Me, of course. I'm over here with a handsome husband. I have a big, beautiful house and a closet the size of a whale. Meanwhile, look at you. Here slaving away teaching those snot-nosed children their ABCs. Ugh.
Let's get out of this dump.
That's right, sweetheart. This woman should be sued for wasting our time.
Listen up, class. I have something very important to tell you. Today is Thursday, which means your headmaster, Mr. Trunchbull, is coming to teach you a lesson. Before you leave for recess, would anyone like to volunteer to fill up his water jug?
I can do it, Miss Honey.
Thank you, Lavender. Now off you go, class. Be back before the bell rings.
Get out! You fun, you pathetic worm.
Where were you? What happened to you? I was in the chokey. The what? The chokey. It's where Mr. Trunchbull keeps the students he wanted to punish. What's it like in there? It's pitch black, and if you move, you get spiked by glass. That's terrible. Can you lean against the door? Of course not. It has 1,000 spiky nails sticking out of it.
Lighten up your spines, worms.
Matilda, you want to know a secret? Just promise me you won't tell anyone. Well, during recess, I killed Miss Trunchbull's water pond. I also put you inside the water.
I'll go for you.
Sit down, you revolting children. Now, let's see. What have they been learning, Miss Honey?
Maybe learn the multiplication table, Mr. Trunchbull.
Still learning multiplication? What are you doing, Miss Honey? I'll show you the proper way to educate these children. You disgusting cockroach over there. What's your name?
Wilfred, Mr. Trunchbull.
Wilfred, recite the 3x3 multiplication table backwards.
But we never learned how to do it backwards.
Wilfred, do you think I care? Do you really need me to give you a preschool level question?
But,
I told you to do it, so do it as I say.
3 times 9 is 40.
You don't know the answer, do you, you witless weed? Do you know why I said man just like you can answer my questions correctly? I sent them to a trophy.
Mr. Trunchbull, please!
Miss Honey, don't argue with me. A little scumbucket like this must be punished severely. You'll never learn a thing. You! What's your name?
My name is Nigel, Mr. Trunchbull.
Can you spell?
Yes, Miss Honey taught us how to spell difficulty with a poem yesterday.
Poem. What kind of poem would that be?
Mrs. D, Mrs. I, Mrs. FFI, Mrs. C, Mrs. U, Mrs. LTY.
Mrs. D and Mrs. I. Why are all these women married? Miss Honey, you're supposed to be teaching them spelling, not poetry. From now on, you will eliminate that from the class. You hear me?
Yes, Mr. Trunchbull.
I just don't understand why some children take so long to grow up. It's almost as if they do it just to annoy me. What are you laughing at? Come on, spit it out. Ah! There's a snake in my water! Which one of you lousy eggs tried to poison me? Matildas, I knew it was you all along.
Mr. Trunchbull, I think it's not a snake. It's a newt.
What did you say?
It's a newt, Mr. Trunchbull.
Vile, repulsive, malicious little brute. Your father was absolutely right about you. You should be put away in a place where not even crows can land their droppings on you.
I didn't do it!
Of course you did. Don't try to lie to me.
I didn't do it!
Even if you didn't do it, I'm still going to punish you because I'm big and you're small. I'm right and you're wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're the most corrupt creature in history of humankind.
I didn't do it!
At that very moment, something strange began to happen to Matildas. As he stood there trying to keep his anger from boiling over, he felt a kind of electricity gathering behind his eyes. He kept his eyes fixed on the glass, and the power in his eyes became stronger and stronger. In fact, it became so powerful that he felt as if he could actually tip the glass over with it.
Tip it over.
Get that thing off of me! Better with you snot-stained children. I will not waste any more of my precious time here.
Here for a moment. Something strange happened to me.
What's the matter?
You saw the glass before today, didn't you? But I didn't touch it.
I know, it couldn't possibly have been you.
But it was me. I did it with my eyes. I don't even know how, but I did it.
How absolutely miraculous.
Well, I'll keep practicing. Maybe someday I can move something as big as an elephant.
Yes, dear, but I want you to be careful with your powers. Although they're special, they're also mysterious. As far as I know, no one in the world has ever been able to do what this is. I wonder if there's limits to your powers.
It'll be fun to find out.
Wait a minute, Matilda. Would you like to hear a story?
Of course, Miss Honey.
All right, have a seat then. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in a happy home with loving parents. But when she was 2, the first tragedy struck her family. Her mother passed away. Her father, let's just call him Magnus, was a very busy doctor. So he asked the girl's uncle to take care of her. The uncle, Agathis, was not a very kind person. When other people were around, he pretended to treat the girl well enough, but behind closed doors, he was a monster. By the time the child was 5, she had to do all the chores around the house. She cooked, cleaned, and did the laundry. The uncle threatened to punish her if she told the truth to her father. So the girl kept silent. She was too afraid. A year later, the second tragedy hit. The girl's father died. Nobody knew why. Once he died, the uncle became her legal guardian. To make things worse, her uncle was and still is the principal at the school the girl attended. Years passed, and the girl grew up to become a teacher at that school. One day, she mustered up the courage to move out of her uncle's house and rent a tiny cottage of her own. That was the proudest day of her life. But the uncle continued living in her deceased father's house. The house had been meant for her. He lived there, taking most of her teaching salary and terrorizing her every chance he got.
Miss Honey, is it possible that the little girl was you?
There's no hiding it from you, is there?
So no one knows how exactly her father died?
Not exactly. No one has ever believed that he would have done that. He was very sensible.
Then what?
Killed himself.
Did he?
That's what it seems like, but no one is entirely sure.
Are you thinking that the mean uncle killed him and made it seem like he killed himself? Is that what you're thinking right now? Am I right, Miss Honey?
I'm not thinking anything. One must never think thing like that without proof.
Just speak louder.
Good morning, class. As you all know, Mr. Trunchbull is coming back to test you all today. Please be on your best behavior.
Fortunately, there aren't any slimy creatures in my water this time. If there had been, something extremely unpleasant would have happened to every single one of you here. And that includes you, Miss Honey. Now, let's see how badly Miss Honey has been teaching you. You, answer this quickly. I have 8 chocolate nuts, 8 monkey nuts, and 8 nutty little idiots like you. How many nuts do I have altogether?
I'm not sure. Please wait. Look, the chalk is moving! Agathis, this is Magnus. Give Jenny her house and her money. Then get out of town.
Magnus? No, not Magnus, no!
If you don't, I will get you. I will get you like you got me. That is a promise.
No, this is impossible. No!
Ah! He's gone!
Yeah.
Miss Honey, you're free at last. Listen, did you know that the Eiffel Tower can be 50 centimeters taller in the summer?
Wow, how's that even possible?
When the tower is heated up, its particles move more frequently, resulting in the tower taking up a larger volume.
Amazing.
And also, did you know that Shakespeare invented 1,700 words that are used to this day?
The English or the Greek death of Shakespeare.
Hey, you now, let's go. Get in the car. Hurry up. Just grab your bags and go. We're leaving. Now.
I'll be more than happy to take him home.
Well, nobody will be there. We're moving to the United States of America.
The United States?
His father found a new business partner in the U.S. We're going on a permanent vacation. Yay!
Where are we really? But I don't want to go. I love it here.
Come on, let's go. Get in the car, Matteo.
My name is Matilda's.
Whatever, we have a plane to catch.
But I don't want to go. I want to stay with Miss Honey.
What are you talking about? Who'd want to be stuck with a little toad like you?
Matilda is a wonderful child, and I'd love to adopt him.
Look, I don't have time for all this nonsense, so get in the car right now.
But Dad, I have the adoption papers ready. I'd be very just in case we were really going to America. Please let me stay with Miss Honey.
Fine. If you don't come with us now, you better not call for child support.
No, we'll have everything we need.
Then get that. Done. Now let's go.
The planes are gonna wait!
I can't believe it. This is like a dream come true. You know what, Miss Honey?
Yes, dear?
Maybe someday we can write a book together about this great adventure we just had. Come on, let's go home. But where are my parents?
Well, Michael, your brother has a successful day at work. And seeing you, we're going to visit me one day. You've got to be able to find the right place to accept anything. Go grab a pencil and pad. Now, an open. Listen, it's actually very simple. I buy old shoes at cheap prices and add a Nike logo on them. Then I start branding on eBay. Now, you're going to have to calculate what price you sell the shoes at. An old pair of shoes costs around $3. You got that?
Not so bad. Okay, got it.
Now, add $10 for having the shoe to undergo my magical treatment.
Okay.
Now, multiply the number by 5 to increase our profit.
Multiply by 5. How do I multiply by 5?
How do I know? Just use my calculator.
Okay, the total is $65.
Now, let's see what price these fools sell these shoes at. What? How dare they sell these brand new shoes cheaper than mine?
Ah! Wait, come on, Harry! I was in the middle of watching Friends!
show this evening. We'll now have a short 15-minute intermission, so feel free to stretch your legs, and if you need to, there are toilets down the hall at the very end. We will come back at 5 after 8 to start the second set with Othello.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the second half of the LAI Performance Showcase. So the seniors of LAI are really excited to bring you their version of Shakespeare's Othello, Act 4, Scene 1. This is one of Shakespeare's 4 great tragedies. Now, Othello is a very psychological play that explores what happens to our perceptions of reality when we are controlled by jealousy and anger.
So our main character, Othello, is a Moorish general, and he has a very evil black bear, Iago.
The other main characters are Desdemona, Othello's loving wife, and of course, Cassio,
which is Othello's lieutenant. And of course we have Bianca, which is Cassio's lover.
Now, in the scene that you're about to see, Iago tricks Othello into thinking that Desdemona is having an affair with Cassio. Now, of course, this is false.
Unable to bear this thought, Othello immediately faints.
Now, when he wakes up, Iago convinces Othello to go hide, and then he proceeds to have a conversation with Cassio.
However, during this entire process, Othello can only see, but he actually can't hear anything.
So he misunderstands the conversation happening between Cassio and Iago, and he thinks that Cassio is actually admitting his guilt.
Therefore, when Bianca walks out with Desdemona's handkerchief, Othello's belief in their affair deepens.
Oh, and this handkerchief is very important to this play, so pay attention to the handkerchief, because this handkerchief was a token of love given to Desdemona by Othello.
So therefore, naturally, Othello would think that if Desdemona still loves him, she'll keep good care of it.
So we'll see what happens later. 那大家好，就是LAI 的 Senior Class 非常期待要为你们带来 Othello 的一个 performance 的第4章第1段的一个表演。那 Othello 这个表演呢，他是在看就是人心的险恶，还有就是当一个人被嫉妒心还有怒火操纵的时候，他看待世界的这个眼光会如何的改变。
那我们的主角 Othello 是一位非裔的将军。
但是他有一位手下 Iago， 而 Iago 就是一个非常狡猾邪恶的人，然后他常常会用文字，就是他的语言来扭曲别人，然后扭曲事实。
那其他的主角有 Cassio， 也是 Othello 的副将。
然后还有 Desdemona， 就是 Othello 的老婆。
然后当然还有 Bianca， 就是 Cassio 的情人。然后
在你们等一下要看到的这一幕当中。Iago 欺骗了 Othello， 说 Desdemona 跟 Cassio 之间有一段婚外之情，但这一切是假的。
然后 Othello 无法承受这个想法，所以他当场就昏倒了。
而当他再次醒来的时候 ，Iago 说服了 Othello 去躲到一旁，看等一下他跟 Cassio 之间的一段对话。
可是，在这整个过程之中 ，Othello 完全听不见他们的对话，他只能看。
所以他就误以为说 Cassio 其实已经在认罪了。但其实并没有。
而当 Bianca 拿着 Desdemona 的手帕出现时 ，Othello 就认为那是 Desdemona 和 Cassio 婚外情的铁证。
而这个手帕在这部剧当中非常的重要，因为它是 Othello 给 Desdemona 的定情礼物。
因此 ，Othello 自然而然的认为，如果 Desdemona 还深爱着他，他会好好的保管这手帕。
那我们敬请期待接下来的表演，谢谢大家。
Think so, Iago.
What? To kiss in private?
And an authorized kiss.
What do you want to with your friend in bed? An hour or more, not meaning any harm?
Naked in bed, Iago, and not mean any harm? It is hypocrisy against the devil. They damning virtue see and yet do so. The devil their virtue tempts, and they tempt heaven.
So they do nothing. Just a venial slip. But if I give my wife a handkerchief...
What then?
Why then? 'Tis hers, my lord. And being hers, she may, I think, bestow it on any man.
She is protectress of her honor too. May she give that?
Her honor is an essence that's not seen. They have a very off that having none. But for the handkerchief...
By heaven, I would most gladly have forgot it. Thou says, oh, it comes over to my memory as though the raver over the infected house, boding to all, You had my handkerchief.
What of that?
That's also good now. Have you done anything?
You have, but you no more than he'll unswear.
What have you said?
Faith that he did. I know not what he did.
What? What?
Lie.
With her?
With her, on her, what you will.
Lie with her? Lie on her, we say lie on her when they liar. Lie with her. Zounds, that's fulsome. Handkerchief, confessions, handkerchief. To confess and be hanged for his labor. First to be hanged and then to confess. I tremble at it. Nature would not invest herself in such shadowing passion without some instruction. It is all words that shakes me thus. Patient noses, ears and lips. It's impossible. Confess, handkerchief. Oh, devil!
Work on your medicine, work. As credulous fools are caught, and many worthy and chaste dames even thus. All guiltless, meet reproach. What ho, my lord? My lord, I say! Othello!
What's the matter?
My lord has fallen epilepsy. It is second fit. He had one yesterday.
What come about?
No, forbear. A lethargy must have his quiet course. He forms that mouth and by breaks out to savage madness. Look, he stirs. Do you withdraw yourself for a little while? Will you use to recover? I will on great occasion speak with you. How is it, my lord? Have you not hurt your head?
Dost thou mock me?
I mock you? No, by heaven, would you bear your fortune like a man?
A horned man's a monster and a beast.
There is many a beast in a populous city and many civilized, sir.
Did he confess it?
Good sir, be a man. There's millions now alive that nightly lie in those improper beds which I dare swear peculiar. Your case is better. Oh, 'tis a spell of hell, the fiend's archmark to lip a wanton in his secure couch, suppose her chaste. No, let me know. And knowing what I am, I know what she shall be.
Oh, thou art wise. 'Tis certain.
Stand your wild heart, whilst you was here, overwhelmed with your grief, a passion most unsuiting such a man. I shifted him away, and laid good excuse upon your ecstasy. Bade him anon return and here speak with me, the which he promised. Do but encave yourself, not the fleers, the gibes, and notable scorns that adorn every region of his face, for I will make him tell the tale of me. Where, how oft, and when he had, and is again, to cope with your wife. Mary, patience, or I shall say you're all in spleen and nothing of a man.
Dost thou hear, Iago? I would be found most cunning of my patience, but dost thou hear most bloody?
That's obvious, but yet keep time in all. Will you withdraw? As Cassio smiles, Othello shall go mad, and his unbookish jealousy must construe poor Cassio's smiles, gestures, and light behaviors quite in the wrong. How do you now, lieutenant?
The worst of that human addition, whose wine even kills me.
Why does Mona well, and you are sure on it? If the suit and young has found, how quickly should you speed?
Alas, for Caius.
Look how he laughs already.
I never knew a woman loved man so.
Alas, for a rogue. I think, in faith, he loves me.
Now he denies it faintly and laughs it out.
Do you hear, Cassio?
Now he importunes him to the over. Go to, well said, well said.
She gives it out that you shall marry her. Do you intend it?
Ha ha ha!
You triumph, Roman? Do you triumph?
I marry her? What? A customer. I prithee, bring some charity to my wit. Do not think it so unwholesome. Ha ha ha!
So. They laughed at wins.
Faith, the cry goes that you shall marry her.
Prithee, say true.
I am a very villain else.
Have you scored me? Well.
This is the monkey's own giving out. She's persuaded that I'll marry her out of her own love and flattery, not out of my promise.
Iago beckons me. Now begins the story.
She was here even now. She haunts me at every place. As the other day, taught me how to sea paint with her Venetian. And thither comes this bauble, and by this hand folds me thus about my neck.
Crying, oh dear Cassio, as it were, his gesture imports it.
So hangs and lolls and weeps upon me. So hails and clothes me. Ha ha ha.
For me, look where she comes.
Tis such another fit too. Mary, a perfume one. What do you mean by this haunting her?
Let the devil in his damn haunt you. What did you mean by the same handkerchief you gave me even now? I was defiant to take it, and I must take out the work? A lucky piece of work that you should have left it in your chamber and not know who left it there. This summons is a token, and I must take out the work? There, give her your hobby horse. Wheresoever you had it, I'll take out no work on it.
By heaven, that should be my handkerchief.
How now, my sweet Bianca? How now, how now?
If you come to supper tonight, you may. If not, come where you're next prepared for.
After her, after her!
Wait, I must go round the streets else.
Will you sup there?
Yes, I intend so.
Well, I may chance to see you, for I would very fain speak with you.
Prithee, come, will you?
Go to, say no more.
How shall I murder him, Iago?
Did you perceive how you laugh at his vice?
Yago!
Did you see the handkerchief?
Was that mine?
Yours by this hand. To see how you priced the foolish woman your wife. She must have given it to you, and he has given it his whore.
I would have been 9 years a killing. A fine woman, a fair woman, a sweet woman.
Nay, that's not your way.
I let her rot and perish and damned tonight, for she shall not live. No, my heart's turned to stone, I strike and it hurts my hand. But the world had not a sweeter creature. She might lie by an emperor's side and command him tact.
Nay, you must forget that.
Hang her! I do but say what she is. So delicate with her needle, an admirable musician. Oh, she will sing the savagest notes out of a bear of so high and plenteous.
She's the worst for all this.
Oh, 1,000 times worse. And it's so gentle condition.
Too gentle.
Nay, that's certain. But yet the pivot, Yago, oh Yago, the pity of a Yago. I would chop her into messes, cuckold me.
Oh, that's foul.
With mine officer.
That's fouler.
Give me some poison, Yago. This night, I will not expostulate with her, lest her body and beauty and for my mine again. This night, Yago.
Do it not with poison. Strangle her in her bed, even the bed she hath contaminated.
Good, good. The justice of it pleases. Very good.
And for Cassio, let me be his undertaker. You shall hear more by midnight.
Excellent, good. What trumpet is that saying?
I warrant something from Venice.
'Tis Ludovico. God save you, worthy general.
With all my heart, sir.
The Duke and the senators of Venice greet you.
I kiss the instrument of their pleasures.
And what's the news, good cousin Ludovico?
Welcome. Welcome to Cyprus, Signor. I'm very glad to see you.
I thank you. How's Lieutenant Cassio?
Lives, sir.
There's fallen between him and my lord, and in kind breach, but you shall make all well.
Are you sure of that, my lord? This fail you not to do so, as you will.
'Tis busy in the paper. Is there a division twixt my lord and Cassio?
A most unhappy one. I would do much to tell them for the love I bear to Cassio.
Fire and brimstone!
My lord?
Are you wise?
What? Is he angry?
Maybe a letter movement. For as I think, the Duke commending home is everything Cassio and his government.
By my troth, I'm glad on it. Indeed. My lord?
I'm glad to see you, man.
Why, sweet Othello!
Devil!
I've not deserved this.
My lord, this will not be believed in Venice. Though I should swear I saw it, 'tis very much. Make her amends, she weeps.
Oh, devil, devil! If that the earth could teem with women's tears, each drop should fall to prove a crocodile at my sight.
I'll not stay to defend you.
Truly an obedient lady, I do beseech your lordship, call her back.
Mistress!
My lord?
What would you with her, sir?
Who, I, my lord?
I. You did wish that I would make her turn. Sir, she can turn, and yet go on, and turn again. And she can weep, sir, weep. She's obedient, as you say, obedient. Very obedient. Proceed you in your tears concerning this, sir. Oh, well-painted passion. I commanded home. Get you away. I'll send for you anon. Sir, I obey the mandate and will return to Venice. Hence, avaunt! Cassio shall have my place. And sir, tonight, I do entreat that we may send together. You are welcome, sir, to Cyprus. Goats and monkeys.
Is this the nobleman who are full Seneca, all and all sufficient, whom passion could not shake, whose solid virtue, the shall accident nor shall chance can neither graze or pierce?
He is much changed.
What, to strike his wife?
Faith, that was not so well. Yet what I fear, that stroke would prove the worst.
Is it his use, or did a letter move upon him, and you create this fault?
Alas, alas! It is not honesty in me to speak what I have seen and known. You shall observe him, and his own courses will denote him so, that I may save my speech. Do but go after, and mark how he continues.
I'm sorry I'm deceiving him.
So, what you just witnessed was Act 4, Scene 1, the original version. Now, the students at LAI are very excited to bring to you their modern adaptation of this play. Now, the modern adaptation takes place in a high school.
And therefore, Othello is now the president of a student council and a basketball star.
And now Cassio is his vice president and Iago is his secretary.
Well, Desdemona remains his girlfriend and Bianca becomes his school cheerleader.
And of course, there has also been some change in the actors that are playing these roles. Othello is now being played by Harold.
Mia now portrays Bianca, and Charlene now portrays Ludovico.
Some of the actors have remained the same. Phoebe still plays Desdemona.
And Thomas still plays Cassio.
And of course, Ian still plays everybody's
favorite villain,
Iago. So we find Iago to be a very intriguing character, and we want to tell you why. So we find Yago intriguing because he's very two-sided. And by two-sided, we mean that he always seems as if he's everybody's friend.
For example, when he's with Othello, he seems to be always giving genuine advices and hoping the best for him.
Yet when he's with Cassio, he seems to want to shoulder Cassio's burden and understand Cassio's problems.
Only when Iago is alone, then he shows his true characters.
And this is why we think that despite Shakespeare being written so long ago, it's still very much
universal.
Yeah, it's still relevant today because the themes that it explores, such as
jealousy, manipulation,
are all things that we experience in our everyday lives.
And that is also why we feel that playing Shakespeare in modern days is still very relevant to people's life.
But when we were remaking this play for the modern version, however, we encountered some challenges, such as Shakespeare's prose, for example, how to adapt it to a more modern audience and make it more understandable.
Therefore, our seniors found a very intriguing and interesting way to make the script into a modern audience.
So, we'll wait to see what happens next. 那我们刚刚看到的呢是原文版的第4章第1幕。那现在呢 ，LAI 的 seniors 他们非常期待要给你们带来一个现代版的 Othello。那这个 Othello 现在已经在一个现代的校园当中发生。
那 Othello 现在变成学生会长以及篮球队里面的一个新星。
然后Iago 变成了他的秘书，然后 Cassio 就是他的副会长，
而 Desdemona 就是他的女朋友，还有 Bianca 是学校里的啦啦队员。
而在角色就是演员之上也有一些变换，现在 Harold 在演 Othello，
那 Mia 现在变成了 Bianca，
然后 Charlene 变成了 Ludovica。
那当然还有一些人的角色没有变动，
像是 Phoebe 一样还是在演 Desdemona，
而 Thomas 也还是在演 Cassio，
而当然那个 Ian 也还在演大家就耳熟能详的反派 Iago。而我们觉得 Iago 是一个非常特殊的角色，因为他非常的双面。而我们说双面的意思呢，是他总是看起来好像他是你的朋友。
例如，当他跟 Othello 在一起的时候，他就像一个知心好朋友一样。
但当他跟 Cassio 在一起的时候，他要能理解 Cassio 的痛苦，想办法帮 Cassio 分担。
唯有 Iago 一个人独处时，他才会展现他的真面目。
而这也是为什么我们觉得，虽然莎士比亚是那么久以前写的剧，还是非常有现代性，就是在现代还是非常的重要。
剧中很多大的主题，例如嫉妒，
对，还有人心之间的勾心斗角，都是我们在生活当中会感受到的。
那在创作与改写 Othello 的时候，我们 Senior Class 遇到一些挑战。
而这一整部剧本都是 Senior Class 他们自己写的，就是包括里面的内容啊，还有这些声音上的设计啊，还有服照上的设计，都是他们自己做的。而他们遇到最大的问题，应该就是如何改写莎士比亚的文字。
他们必须在保留莎士比亚文艺风采的前提下，把莎士比亚的文字改成符合现代语言与现代观众的剧本。
而他们想到了一个非常有创意的方法，所以我们敬请期待他们接下来的表演。谢谢大家。
What do you think? Think of what? Not them. Who? Grand Cassio. Cassio? What? I don't know. They were at a party. Probably just drunk. It probably didn't mean anything.
Drunk? And did that mean anything?
Never mind. Probably wasn't a big deal.
No, spit it out. What were you trying to tell me?
What I was trying to say is that they were having a lot of fun at that party. A bit too much fun. And also, I saw that necklace in Cassio's hand.
You mean a necklace I gave to Desdemona?
Yeah, the silver one you gave her on your anniversary. But keep it on the deal. I'm only telling you this because I hate seeing guys flirting with their friends' girlfriends.
Flirt? What are you talking about?
That's what it sounded like based on what he told me.
He said something to you?
He
said that he was going to go out.
Out with her?
Out with her on a date. Call it whatever you want.
You say out with her or out on a date. You say they came home late. Late date all triggers my hate, just to see how long I can wait. His aptitude, worse than his attitude, with his crude mood and his due. That fake face and his head out of space and arms just ready to brace. I can't ignore anymore, I need to start a war. Try to run away, you get a second to pray. Don't try to hide, it's too late to cry. Save your fake tears and goodbyes.
I'll continue to put poison into his ears, and I pray to God no one interferes. There's no resilience to my pestilence. Malevolence, prevalent, eminence, decadent. You'll fall faster than Lucifer in the Old Testament. Excellent intelligence, all of that irrelevant. Murder my bars like I murder your wit. Murder your girl, slit her wrist. It was by those hands that she cheered on you. Unleash your violence, let it loose. Hey, Othello, hey, what's wrong?
What happened?
He fainted. Second time this week.
Let's bring him to the nurse's office.
No, he'll be fine. Look, he's waking up now. Leave for now, I'll talk to you later. Hey, Othello, how's your head?
Did I pass out?
Yeah, you kinda did.
Are you making fun of me?
Of course not. But dude, seriously though, you have to figure out a better way to handle your girlfriend. Clean up, man up, heads up, follow up. Every man who's been cheated on hasn't noticed they are gone. At least you know about it, at least you know who to blame. At least you know how to crack their souls and put them down in shame. Questioning your masculinity like it exists. Where's your sanity? Perpetually lying in endless conflict. Well, as a Venetian, let me tell you what this is. Millions of wives commit sins every night. You will be surprised. All the things that are under the light. What a sight. It's a right to draw on this newfound flight. Go hide in your closet. It will be completed tonight. And please release my power to its full height. If you think you're Superman, then I'm your kryptonite.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Just hide in there for a while. I'll talk to Cassio. And I'll make sure he spits out everything he has done with Desmond. As Othello withdraws, I will still extend my claws. Cassio's side girl, the woman with many flaws. She loves him, yet he does not let me think about my plot. Now come along and jump on my genius train of thoughts. How are you doing, Mr. Vice President?
Haven't you heard? I'm not VP anymore.
What? Go and say something. She'll make sure you're on Othello's good side there. If Bianca's the student president and not Othello, this would have never happened.
Yeah, Bianca was obsessed with me. Look how he's laughing already.
I never knew she was that in love with you.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Now he's denying it. You ever heard of Cassio?
Iago's going to force him to spill his dirty secrets.
She said that you're going to marry her straight out of high school. Are you?
He said that? What is his problem? Me marrying her? Or she's a customer. I beg you know it's good that I'm not a man without merit. I'd rather have my throat slit than be trapped in this counterfeit. Just look at his disgusting laughter. All she wants to do is party. She's like a Barbie. Do I love her? That's the question. Answer that rhetorical question. Care about my rotation. State of mind, humiliation. Where she feels infatuation. Please help me in desperation. Please quit acting. Don't think that we know what you're hiding. She's like glue. Always stuck to me and pulling me around. Ha ha ha. Look, she's talking about how my girlfriend's already beside me in love with him. Oh, you're so dead. Well, I feel like I should stop seeing her.
Look, here she comes.
Ah! Oh, let the devil haunt you. Man, that necklace is from another girl that you knew. I was such a fine way to take it, but now I realize that I'm just another living doll in your pit. You want me to find one for you? Now you're kidding me, right? Tell me to find a token of the lover of my lover. Oh, what a wonderful sight. Please, be your holly, dolly, jolly, molly, folly, polly, and Raleigh, shoddy, trolley, collie, lolly, wally. And getting nowhere, am I? Well, don't tell me to help you find another one of your prize, cause I don't want to be another one of your lies.
That is my necklace. Come on, Bianca.
Whatever, I'm going to dinner now. You can come if you want or not, it's up to you. But if you don't show up this time, there might not be next time.
What are you doing? Go after her.
Fine, talk to you next time. He's dead. He's so dead.
I see how you laugh at the whole thing.
Iago!
Did you see a necklace?
Was it my necklace?
It was definitely yours. Desmond must have given to him. He has given that to that cheerleader, Bianca.
How could this happen?
You should just forget about her.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I have to kick her out of the student council. But she doesn't deserve this.
She's worse than you can ever imagine.
Yeah, you're right. She's terrible. But also, she's so nice.
Too nice!
Oh, Yago, this is driving me crazy. Give me the papers. I'm not changing my mind.
Tell her. Expose her in front of the whole school and she'll leave in shame.
That's brilliant.
Cassio, let me deal with him. You just have to worry about her.
Sounds good to me. Who do you think it is?
Probably someone's parents. Miss Lovico!
Good to see you again, Othello.
It's great to see you too.
How's Vice President Cassio doing?
He's fine.
Actually, Cassio isn't the vice president anymore.
Are you sure?
You okay, Othello?
What in the world?
Othello?
You idiot!
What's the matter with you?
Get off your phone, Othello. Hey, listen. I think we need Cassio to come back as VP.
Really? I'm so glad to hear that.
I'm sure you're happy for him.
What? Turned against my father, gave up on her, but all I get is abuse, accuse, refuse, and John deserved this. As your lover, I dared for you, cared for you, prayed for you. Once upon a time where our love was still blissful, but overnight it turned down to a risco. Tell me why it turned out like this, where I made you think I only deserved a hiss. Once you were more than I could imagine, but oh, you became filled with devils and demons. Devoting my life never made you discontent, but do I, in your eye, deserve torment like this? How now has it all end? All the days, all the love, all the time that we spent.
It's an act. It's all just an act. Her tears are fake. Get out of here.
I'll leave now.
See ya, liar. Feel the burn. You feed upon her throat like a pill that makes me ill. Obedient as you say, but that's what she portrayed. So pray for your sake. Your world is about to quake. I will no longer be swayed and be finally free. No one disagreed with my final decree. Wash her away, gone with the wave. Devour's prey, no longer afraid. Finally, my mind is saved. My mind is saved.
This is not the man that I used to know. No one could anger him, not even his foe. He was smart, calm, always so loving. What he did now was just so stunning. She did nothing wrong to make him mad. He got angry because his heart's gone bad. Did he lose his mind when he struck his lover? What has he done? Oh, I wish I was blind. Is this the man that the Sundays held high? He's a bad guy that's no longer dignified. Getting to the bottom of this is my mission. I must execute this with precision.
I know. He sure has changed a lot.
Yeah, what's the matter with him? I mean, seriously, he pushed his girlfriend. He used to be such a good guy.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I can't believe I was so wrong about him.
An illusory epiphany, hard to grasp reality, losing his morality, manifest mentality. None of this is factual coming from my intellectual. He doesn't know everything I just said is artificial. He thinks himself immortal, I'm the devil with the shovel. His image starts to decay, his vices on full display. This is merely child's play. I can do this day to day, after everyone betrayed. Time to take him to the grave.
Can all students have a seat, please? All the students who just performed, have a seat.
All right, all students in the audience, please. Last call.
Yeah, a lot of them are busy.
Okay, we will give them a few seconds to come in.
Mr. Hui is the usher, so please.
Help us out, please, Mr. Hui.
Yes. So,
Okay,
yeah,
the teachers would now like to say a few words. We want to start off by saying, on behalf of all of us, how incredibly lucky we are to teach at LAI. Each and every one of our students is absolutely exceptional, and every day is such a joy. So I would just like to acknowledge all of them. However, a few this year have gone above and beyond our expectations and deserve individual acknowledgement. So we have a few awards that we'd like to give out now.
谢谢大家今天晚上来参加我们的表演。我们感到非常幸运，可以每天跟这么优秀的学生在一起，然后带给我们很大的快乐。虽然说我们对每个学生都感觉他们非常的优秀、非常特别跟成功，但是我们想要今晚特别的颁奖给几个表现特别优异的学生。他们有什么特质会让我们觉得说我们想要recognize 他们的成果。
So, this first award goes to a student who displays a love of learning both in and outside of the classroom. She enjoys her time at school, and it is evident that she takes pride in her education. Her interest and curiosity in a variety of subjects always results in riveting discussions. Very frequently, so I've heard, she will continue class discussions outside at home with her parents. Her desire to know and her positive attitude are not only valued by her teachers, but also her peers. It has been a pleasure getting to know her, having her in our day program, and getting to know her as an individual, and engaging in thought-provoking conversations. Intellectual curiosity is to continuously seek answers to questions that one does not know. And the path to fill in these blanks is also the path to excellence. I am proud to present the Intellectual Curiosity Award to Felicia Shi.
This next award goes to a student who has demonstrated courage, strength, and resilience. Early last fall, when I first began working with her, I told her that she needed to take more risks. Though I suspected she had many good ideas percolating in her mind, she seemed at times reluctant to voice them. But over the course of the past 2 semesters, I have seen her challenge herself on a daily basis, facing setbacks with resolve and learning to embrace adversity as the essential nutriment for growth and transformation. She learns not only with her mind, but also with her heart, and she brings an authentic and personal appreciation to all that she does. Seeing the kindling of her creative spark has been one of the great joys of my year. It is my pleasure to present the award for greatest personal and academic development to Phoebe Zhang.
We are missing Phoebe. Did you hear? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read it again.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So this award goes to a student who has demonstrated great courage, strength, and resilience. Early last fall, when I first began working with her, I told her that she had to take more risks. Probably because I'm very scary, and so she didn't want to say anything in class. Though I suspected she had many good ideas percolating in her mind, she seemed at times reluctant to voice them. But over the course of the past 2 semesters, I have seen her challenge herself on a daily basis, facing setbacks with resolve and learning to embrace adversity as the essential nutriment for growth and transformation. She learns not only with her mind, but also with her heart, and she brings an authentic and personal engagement, appreciation to all that she does. Seeing the kindling of her creative spark has been one of the great joys of my year. It is my pleasure to present the award for greatest personal and intellectual development to Phoebe.
This award goes to a student who contributes to many facets of life in the LAI community. In the classroom, she routinely contributes her keen mind, leadership skills, and hunger for knowledge. As a student, she demonstrates both the courage to question and the humility to reflect. Outside of the classroom, she has contributed her many artistic talents to the play, the music ensembles, the silent auction, and all of LAI's extracurricular endeavors. I am proud to present the award for outstanding contribution to Mia Xu. Before we give out this award, we would like to acknowledge Mr. Hutchison. Even though he wasn't able to be here this evening, we would like to thank him for everything he has done for LAI. He has dedicated his life to being an outstanding educator and role model for both students and teachers. His passion, not only for education, but also for life itself, is contagious and inspiring. Without further ado, we would like to present that next award.
The recipient of the 2020 Mr. Hutchison Award embodies the spirit of leadership, compassion, integrity, and service that define the LAI community. This student approaches learning with authentic curiosity and enthusiasm, regularly demonstrating a capacity to engage with deep, complex questions. A confident and charismatic public speaker, he is nonetheless just as happy leading behind the scenes, never expecting recognition for his contributions. His poise and aplomb have made him an invaluable member of this year's technical production crew. His bright spirit, warm personality, and genuine concern for others make him an outstanding role model in the LAI community.
This student's generosity, care, and concern for others has always been evident. However, it truly came to life this year for me. In October, we took a school trip to Penghu. We were fortunate enough to have a private tour guide as well as several educational opportunities. This student selflessly acted as a translator, staying by my side the entire weekend, explaining everything to me patiently. I've also come across him after school, about half an hour at least, on a Friday evening, sitting outside of LAI, comforting one of his friends, showing his unwavering, consoling support. These are just a few of many examples that we could say about this student. It has been an absolute pleasure teaching him, observing his development, and getting to know him over the past 2 years. His sense of humor brings a smile to many faces every single day, including my own. It is with great honor that we present the Mr. Hutchison Award to Benjamin, aka Benji Quo. We will now continue with the music component of our program. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
we have a few more acknowledgements of the evening before we wrap up for the night.
First, we wanted to acknowledge someone who has given his valuable time to us throughout this entire year, someone who has lent his passion and expertise and knowledge and experience to the LAI community to make our artistic performing arts program so much richer than it was last year. We're so grateful for his time, energy, and love. Mr. Fanning, thank you so much for everything.
Really, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to work with these amazing, talented students, and seeing their passion really gives me a lot of energy. So I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gosh. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We would also like to acknowledge the two music teachers, Mrs. Fong and Mrs. Wong. Unfortunately, they weren't able to be here this evening as they have their own performance, but we would like to thank them as they have spent many, many hours helping our musicians improve over the years. So a big thank you to the two of them.
We'd also like to thank our production coordinator, Thomas, for all that he's done tonight. Everything big and little that you've seen, Thomas has had his hand involved in it. So thank you, Thomas. For our final acknowledgement, we'd like to acknowledge a very special person. For the past 10 years, she has provided students in Taiwan with an outstanding education while creating a loving and supportive environment.
She treats each student like her own child and gives her time, energy, and love without reservation, working tirelessly in order to touch and transform the lives of each LAI student.
She inspires not only the students, but everyone in her life to take risks and get out of their comfort zone. She works tirelessly to ensure that everyone can achieve their full potential. On behalf of the students and teachers, we would like to acknowledge Mrs. Ye and thank her sincerely for everything she has done.
Thank you so much.
真的谢谢大家。每年都很感动。我必须要刚刚上台的，先恭喜刚刚上台那4位受奖的学生 Felicia、Phoebe、Mia 还有 Ben。但是我必须要说，我觉得每一个 LAI 的学生都很优秀，他们每个人都有不同的长处。每年我们很难从当中选出我们觉得我们想要受奖的对象。Felicia， 我想稍微讲一下每一个小朋友，今天上台的每一位小朋友。Felicia 她1年级加入我们，她现在5年级。前面她还搬去过南部，就算她在搬去南部的时候，她还每个礼拜坐高铁上来上课。直到今年，她转到我们的 Day School。我觉得在今年之前，我们看到的是一个非常害羞的 Felicia。但是今年突然间，我们看到他的蜕变，他非常的就像刚刚老师们颁予的他的奖项，他非常的有求知欲，他有很多的好奇心，而且他不怕犯错，我觉得非常非常的难得。我们今年看到了他很大的成长，我们期待他未来的几年会有更好的表现。Phoebe 2年级就认识这个孩子，到现在8年级了。 他妈妈常常说我好像他的第二个妈妈，但是我觉得我的年龄可能比较像他的外祖母。菲比我们看着他长大，从非常害羞、没有什么自信的孩子，永远都希望把光环给别人。到今年，我也看到了他的蜕变。我们看到他变独立了，我们看到他变得勇敢了，我们看到了他能够独当一面。所以非常期待，在进入9年级以后的4年，他能有更好的发展。米娅跟菲比同时间加入 LAI。这个孩子虽然是家里的唯一的孩子，可是你绝对看不出来他是独生女，因为他非常的勇敢，非常的独立，非常的自信，非常的井井有条，但是不是老成。我们可以教导他任何的事物，他都可以做得非常的好，真的是一个我觉得天生的领袖人才。最后 Ben。我真的很惊讶这个孩子，虽然他只跟我们2年。从刚开始来的时候，我必须要说，很遗憾，我觉得台湾的教育真的欠所有的孩子一个公道。他刚来的时候，我觉得他有一点不是很开心，他有一点对学习没有兴趣。可是经过在 LAI 这2年，我们看到了他是360度的大转变。而且最难能可贵的是，让所有的老师们今天选的这4个孩子，他们的奖项我都完全没有参与，但是我们大家真的看到了 Ben 非常难得的一面。我觉得他是天生的领袖人才，因为他不需要光环在他的身上，他永远都把镁光灯给别人。我觉得这是最难能可贵的领袖人才，默默的让他的每一个伙伴都发光。我真的可以看到他的未来。如果大家有机会继续追踪他的话，我觉得当他22岁、25岁、30岁的时候，或许我们不知道会在哪个角落看到他的名字。不只是他们这4位，我觉得 LAI 的每个小朋友，我们真的都把他们当我们自己的孩子一样。不管是 day school 还是 after school 的学生，不管是幕前还是幕后的孩子，我们都希望帮他们把他们的潜能全部的发挥。这是 LAI 这10年在台湾的目的。我不知道我们还能够跟大家有多少的缘分，但是只要我们在台湾的一天，我们都希望能够帮所有的孩子发挥他们的潜能。我们也知道，台湾是一个很小的地方 ，LAI 是一个很小的学校。我们比起外面很多历史悠久的学校，我们还有很大的进步空间。我也知道我们的小朋友们，他们不卑不亢，他们只会跟自己比较，他们不会跟别人做比较。我们也知道我们还有很大的进步空间，我们随时让他们知道外面的天还很大，外面的世界还很大，比我们优秀的孩子还有很多。我们大家一起努力，我们只跟我们自己比，希望我们的明天比我们的今天更好。在这边的最后，因为今年有 COVID-19， 所以我觉得所有全世界的孩子，他们都必须要有解决问题的能力，因为今天面对的问题是以前从来没有过的。最后，我想以这位家长发给我今天的简讯，因为他无法到场，他祝福我们今天的节目圆满成功。他说：“面对变异，孩子就是保持平常心，稳健欢喜的自我推进。”我觉得他真的是，因为他的孩子已经有一个上大学了，而今天他的女儿还在我们这边接受最后2年的学习。他的心情可能比在座的很多还没有上大学甚至毕业的孩子更稳。他更知道说，在这种情况之下，大家不要慌，每个人都能够发挥自己的长处，绝对有属于大家的一个地位。所以祝福大家，有一个愉快的暑假。我们明年希望比今年能够做得更好，让大家看。谢谢大家。因为他们真的是付出了，我真的很谢谢他们，他们愿意来台湾这么小的地方，然后愿意贡献他们的时间。Miss Huang 她要离开我们，回到旧金山去。那 Miss Goodwin 我们终于把她留下来，要担任副校长。然后 Mr. Socialnets 今年是他加入我们的第2年，他们都有很丰富的经验，也有在大学做过 admission， 就是有升学部门，有看过很多的孩子们不同的才能，所以他们会把他们在国外的经验拿来跟我们这边小朋友做分享，而且更难能可贵的是，他们真的付出了超过他们应该工作的时数，然后很用心的愿意花额外的时间陪伴我们的小朋友，我们真的很谢谢他们。然后今天后面还有一位 Mr. 惠，他每个礼拜6，他是我们以前的老师，他还是会回来帮我们的小朋友。我们有另外一个 club Shark Tank， 然后他还是继续在礼拜6帮助我们的孩子。Miss Huang， 他虽然他回到旧金山，他还是会继续跟我们的小朋友保持联络。他要把那边，他要进入一个非常非常优秀的一个学校，他希望他能够把那边小朋友的所见、所闻、所学跟这边的孩子继续做分享。我真的很谢谢这批年轻人，愿意在台湾这么小一个地方，把他们最好的一部分留给我们。谢谢大家。谢谢。就到所有的节目就到此结束，祝福大家有个愉快的夜晚。然后我们下礼拜2 ，Day Students 不要忘记你们要带 nutritious lunch、healthy lunch。我们在教室吃完以后，下午我们要去上一堂免费的核心课程。好 ，OK， 每个人都要去。OK， 好，晚安。
晚安，谢谢。